MCBROOM's brother Landon has already been exposed by his ex SHYLA before for having put her through a lot during their relationship, and even after their breakup, she talked about how him and his mother tried to go behind her back several times to either take money from her or try and make her look bad. She's tried to stay quiet about him for a while ever since she spoke her truth about the relationship and his family, but she has truly had enough and does not want to stay quiet about some of the things that have gone on, and it needed the public to hear her out and see what she is dealing with. So this past week, she took to her Instagram story to vent about Landon. She first posted, "POV, you introduce your daughter to Disney. She wears Disney princess dresses every single day, and you read princess books every single day. You plan to take her to Disney VIP tour for her birthday this year, which you plan to include her dad deadbeat in the plans, but he is a narcissist who will do anything to hurt you, even if that means robbing you of experiences with your child, and took her to Disneyland without me today just to spite me. I be trying so hard to keep the peace. Ladies, listen to me. 1. Do not choose the ugly guy because you think he will treat you better. He won't, and 9 out of 10 he's probably just more insecure, so will treat you even worse. Okay, I just have to pause here. This reminds me of that one interview that Billie Eilish did where she was talking about quote-unquote ugly guys. I need to insert it because this is giving me all the vibes from that. You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world. Lit, I swear to God, because they got a hot girl, they can be horrible. Like, you're still ugly. Back to her post 2. If you're going to choose a piece of to be your baby dad, at least make sure he has money. 3. If he has disappointed you or treated you like at any point 100 he will treat your baby like that, choose wisely. Then she posted a screenshot of their text messages where she was texting Landon, and she said, "Obviously I'm calling for my child," and then she said hello, and he said Solian is asleep in the car. We're on our way back from Disneyland. Also, I would like for us to continue communicating through the app from now until further notice. I feel more comfortable and think it's the best way. Thank you, good night. And she says you took her to Disneyland. You don't think that's something that her mother should be a part of? I should have known you would do some nasty, means, spiteful like that. You were literally discussing in a broke down deadbeat piece of I wish I could match your energy, but I would never ever ever in my life do that to our daughter, because I care more about her best interest than hurting you. I wish I could say the same for you." And in the little details of the screenshot she wrote, "And before anyone goes posting, I said what I said, you old potato, no jawline, XXXXXL teeth looking, billing me for his phone bill and Department of Water and power bill, because he literally can't afford a pot to in, because he's lazy, and this is the first time he's had to earn money on his own, and to do it the day after my dead sister's birthday." Then she says, "This is so out of character for me these days, but I don't give a. The only thing I care about is my baby girl, and the only thing he cares about is money. He has none, and what people think about him. Social media. May God, the universe work together to continue to deliver the proper karma to him and his." Amen. She really and really, I mean, you guys, has tried to keep quiet. She really has not talked about Landnet. She hasn't wanted to mention his name, none of that. She has not been talking about him on the internet, and she really hasn't been on the internet that much, but she's clearly very upset for him going behind her back and taking their daughter to Disneyland after she had planned this VIP Disney trip, which is very expensive. It's like thousands of dollars to go to Disneyland VIP, where you can get like an escort tour guide and they walk you around the park, and you can get on the rides, avoid all the lines, and it's a whole thing. And she was willing to include him in that, and him taking their daughter to Disneyland, not telling her doing it behind her back, obviously set her off. And definitely she was out here with the name calling, exposing him, saying he does not have money, trying to warn other girls, do not be with guys like this. All of this stuff, you guys, I am speechless. This is just honestly so sad. Situations like this are really really sad and upsetting, and I mean, I think a lot of people on the internet will see this and just be like, both sides here are very wrong for, unfortunately, having this all be very public. But I do think that a lot of people can understand the frustration from SHYLA. Here people have obviously seen what kind of person Landon is on the internet, the way that he would bring up random old drama from years ago. I literally just did a video on him bringing up drama from a very long time ago with the bramfam and trying to accuse Bramty, insinuating she was texting him for the wrong reasons because she was unhappy in her marriage, when in reality she was texting him because he reached out to her to do a collab years ago when the bramfam was a very big YouTube channel and him and SHYLA were just starting to make videos. We did share texts back in the day, we went back and forth a little bit, maybe That was when Mr. Luis couldn't keep you too happy in that time. I'm not going to say too much about it. I wouldn't want to go there. You reached out to me via Twitter to collab, we exchanged phone numbers, and I gave you a couple of content ideas, because you forgot to mention this in your video, so just I'll do it for you. I gave you a couple of content ideas, you used one of them, and then just ignored me, like completely ignored me, so you just took my idea, and that's why I called you Mick around the fact that like you tried to play it off like him and I were texting on some like guys. I'm not a big room, like I don't do that, like that's personal, and I mean obviously him presenting it in that way just makes him look so shady and like a liar. Like, why are you calling out somebody that is happily married and trying to make it seem like they were texting you for the wrong reasons when she has said you reached out for a collab, aka you reached out for clout? And you didn't even mention anything about that. Obviously everyone over the years has seen what the MCBROOMs are all about, but this is definitely very frustrating, very unfortunate. I could just sense her frustration through all these messages. This is truly, it's so messy. But I do want to also bring up that this past week was also not such a great week for Landon's brother Austin, as he was sued for organizing an undermine parade in Los Angeles, and he actually lost the lawsuit this past week. So the city of Beverly Hills sued Austin MCBROOM after the city says he held an unsanctioned gathering of Ace family fans for a YouTube takeover parade. This all happened in May of last year, on May 29th. Austin and Catherine, if you guys remember, they kind of led a parade of Ace family members down Rodeo Drive, which is in Beverly Hills, and Austin had posted on his Instagram, and also another person, a marketing executive named Sharice Hassan, posted on his social media advertising the event. The entire post said YouTube Takeover Parade Saturday, May 29th, meet at 4 p.m, gave the address YouTubers only be ready to take over the streets. This was all done to promote Austin's The Battle of the Platforms. YouTubers versus TikTokers fight? His fight against Bryce Hall. The parade drew attention all over social media, as there were basically what looked to be hundreds of people that had shown up to Rodeo Drive to meet the Age family. This caused Rodeo Drive to be shut down from 4:50 to 6:19 p.m. according to the court documents, and as a result the city sued Austin Shiraz Hassan and his company Fame by Shiraz, and was seeking $200,000 for damages that took place that day. Now this past week, the court date finally happened and a judge granted the city $21,307 in damages and $2,455 in costs. The craziest part is that reports said that the defendants were personally served, but they chose to ignore this lawsuit and not appear in court. According to city lawyers and court papers, that's what it said, you guys, so it sounds about right to me for the Ace family, as they truly do all the time. They try to avoid all of their problems whenever they have them. They never address them at all. They literally wait until the very last minute to address things going on with either their home foreclosure, the last lawsuit that they had about the YouTubers versus TikTokers fight, and people not getting paid, and all that. It really took Austin forever to address the fact that he was even sued, and that people did not get paid. I mean literally, even with their home foreclosure, everything that they said when they did make a video about it, it just seemed like they were essentially avoiding every single issue that came up about the house just to be able to live in a home that made them appear to be this crazy rich family, because everything that they were saying, it just sounded like, don't buy this house, you shouldn't live here, you should probably move, all of these things. It was like big flashing red warnings, and they were just like, everything's fine, I'm just not gonna pay my bills anymore, because I'm gonna leave it be, I'm gonna let the universe take control here. Like, what we cannot be of winning our problems like this. There are real world, repercussions that come with avoiding problems like this, and it's just crazy to see them time and time again ignore all these things that keep happening. And I do feel like life is starting to catch up with them in terms of the fact that I think a lot of people are really over the Age family, and they're not surprised by anything that's coming out about them, and I think for a while they could get away with doing what they were. People are really starting to see it more and more like their fans are growing up, they're getting older, and they're realizing that us and Catherine are not being very honest with them, and people have been noting that with the way that they have been losing subscribers and not really growing like they once were. Yet they haven't decided to make any changes to be better or present themselves in a more honest manner, and just like Austin seems to be doing with this lawsuit, his brother Landon has not responded to that. situation with SHYLA, and I honestly doubt he only ever comes out of the woodworks when he needs to promote something or cause unnecessary trauma for attention. So that is what has been going on with the MCBROOM brothers and all that has come out in the recent week about them. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this, because absolutely crazy. I mean, I just can't believe that they ignored a whole lawsuit, but can I really be surprised? Not really. So let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.